Hey y'all, this is my review for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip episode 5. I'm churning these out. I'm churning them out. We only have 2 more episodes to go. I thought it was 8, but yeah, episode 6 is out now, and then the last one, the season finale, comes out next Thursday. But let's get into episode 5. So it's the next day, the ladies are getting ready. Last night, of course, everybody was having fun. Then we see Ramona in her confessional, as well as Kyle. Kyle looks like money in this resort wear outfit she has on. This clean, like, light turquoise number she has on next to Ramona, because she has Ramona looking basic as fuck next to her. They're talking about how much fun they had the other night. Then the messy producer are asking them what they thought about Luann taking that shot off of that married man. They just laughing. I'm surprised Ramona didn't have anything shady to say. And now Ramona's talking about her interactions with Kenya. And she's saying that, you know, she's gelling with everybody except for Kenya. And she feels like Kenya is trying to push her buttons to get a reaction out of her. That is something because Ramona does the same thing. See, that's why they're getting into it, because they have the same qualities almost, Ramona and Kenya. They're both antagonists on their franchises. But Ramona says she's just gonna zip her lip. She's not gonna try to get into it with Kenya. I will say it looks like Ramona's in a better place with most of the ladies than she started in episode 1. She did not say she's a softer, warmer, nicer, more caring person. She did not. Even production is laughing at her. Wow, this wicked bitch really got some nerve. Nope, not today. When I tell y'all I hate that intro so much. Housewives in the island. Who came up with that? Who was encouraging this? So after the opening credits, we see some of the ladies are still in bed. The living room looks an absolute mess. Michael, the concierge, is helping clean up. We see that it's day 5 of the trip. So we find out that it's Kenya's day, and her activity for all the ladies is going to be partying on a yacht, which is a great idea. Who doesn't love a yacht? So all the women are heading out. We see everyone is like chicly dressed to be on a yacht, and Ramona is dressed like she's about to go to Coney Island. So now from talking about Ramona, we're getting on a interesting topic of what you should wear while boarding a private plane. And Kenya is like ragging on her nanny right now, saying that, oh, my nanny be embarrassing me on what she wears on the private jet. And it's funny because she says this in front of Kyle, who's on private jets almost weekly. Kenya really says she has a dress code for her nanny, what to wear on a private jet. I didn't know there was etiquette for that. Kyle even points out how unrelatable that is to her. I'm pretty sure Kyle dresses how she wants to dress as she's boarding a private flight. But to someone like Kenya, who's rarely on a private plane, I'm guessing she thinks that's a big deal. Okay, so the yacht looks nice. Ugh, that island looks so beautiful. It makes me want to travel. I don't have anywhere I'm going right now that's over 80 degrees. Side note, I will give Kenya props, like she looks gorgeous in this green. Her hair is flowing. Kenya looks like a bad bitch. I mean, she's just an evil one in the inside. That's my only issue with her. Kenya is gorgeous. Like between her and Kyle, they're both best dressed. So everything is starting real friendly. Even Ramona proposes a toast to Kenya. So I'm really curious of how this goes left. This is my second time watching. I'm just trying to find out, where did it go left? So the ladies are chilling on the yacht and they notice that there's a whole boat with paparazzi on it following them. I'm pretty sure this paparazzi was hired by Bravo to get us all excited about this series coming up. I cannot imagine like paparazzi actually renting boats to follow them. I can't see that. This isn't like Beyonce or Rihanna on a yacht situation. These are like housewives from Bravo on a trip. So the ladies notice and now they're just trying to give the paparazzi a show. So then it starts to rain outside and then the ladies go inside to have lunch. The topic of conversation is how rude Ramona is, because we see Ramona's talking to the staff that passive-aggressive way that gets on my fucking nerves when I used to work in a restaurant. I don't want to overwhelm you. Kyle points it out, and in a playful way, just saying how Ramona talks to staff. Luann is agreeing, saying, well, Ramona is notorious for treating the staff horribly. And I agree, and then Ramona says, no, I'm not. Ramona, are you for real? Because I have receipts, actually. I've waited on Ramona before. She was nice to me. but she was not nice to the bartender who couldn't get her drink out on time. I remember her specifically going up to the bartender and wondering what is taking so long. She said it loudly too, and all the bartender did was just stare at her. Ramona at one point had the audacity to say that she's becoming more self-aware. Now, I'm really glad the cameraman got Cynthia's reaction because that's the same reaction I had. Ramona is one of the most least self-aware people on the planet. But as she's disagreeing with Luann, now she's talking about her upbringing again and trying to make that as an excuse for her being a horrible person. Now, Kenya pipes up this time and says, yeah, well, I've been through all these sort of things with my mom, and I would never treat someone terribly like you have. I mean, I agree with Kenya, but here we go. I mean, I see where this is going. So Ramona, I mean, she's trying to hold her mule, and then she gives Melissa an eye. And then Kenya is noticing this, and now it's bothering her that, her friend Melissa is talking to Ramona. And then she's like, yeah, you guys should listen to whoever's talking right now. Now, Kenya, really? I'm glad Cynthia said something. Everybody talks over each other because you talked over your good girlfriend in the last episode. We remember. You can call out Ramona for her behavior, but you've been doing some of the same things Ramona's been doing. But when Kenya calls out Melissa that someone's speaking, Melissa tells her, well, yeah, I already heard this story. And then Kenya's like, oh, you're pulling a Ramona. Cynthia's saying everybody has talked over somebody at some point, so we can't get mad at people for that. Yeah, Cynthia's tone is very serious right now, and all the ladies are like, oh. Melissa feels the energy, and she's just like, girls, I just want to change the energy right now because it's getting real serious. Melissa and Kyle feel the same way about Cynthia. We can see Kyle asking Kenya, am I about to get red? Is reading it like an Atlanta thing? Wow, Cynthia looks a little bothered by these ladies. And then we've been seeing her confessional like, if I could just get through these 2 days, child. Damn, I didn't know Cynthia wasn't having a fun time. I'm guessing this trip is not going how Cynthia thought it would. I mean, Kenya is the popular one. So the ladies are back on the boat deck, and Kyle's just checking in with Cynthia, just saying, how are you, Cynthia? Are you doing okay? And Cynthia's like, we're good. And then Kyle mentioned there's a running thing in Beverly Hills on my show. If Erica's angry, she's like, we're good. We're good. Yeah, Cynthia's being very passive aggressive right now. I think she's really annoyed with some of the ladies, especially Kyle and Melissa. Lord, here we go now. It's time for another game, and it's coordinated by Kenya. So now Kenya had her assistant gather a bunch of the shady things most of the ladies on the trip have said. So the ladies have to guess who says it, and then the person that said it has to say who they were talking about. Yeah, this is messy. Most of the ladies can see the mess coming a mile away. They know Kenya's trying to stir the pot. I love the name of the game though. Who said that? Who said that? Atlanta is an iconic franchise though, even though it's in the shits right now. Like they've had some of the most quotable phrases, I think, in reality show history. Okay, Kenya. So the first question is read by Cynthia, and it's a scathing read, and it was said by Luann about Ramona. She knows she brought up a touchy subject between these two ladies, and now they're talking about it. Basically, Ramona, I think, was talking to one of Tom's exes to find out dirt on him while he was talking to Luann. And Luann didn't appreciate that, even though Ramona was right, like how Tom is a dog. But she said Ramona was wrong for it in the first place for trying to find out information. Oh wow, look at Teresa standing up for Luann. I love that. Not that many people be standing up for Luann on her own show. Ramona says she's a girl's girl, and then Kenya just falls to the floor. She's like, I didn't heard it all. Ramona's getting very increasingly annoyed by that. And she's like cursing. She's like, Kenya, that's not fucking true. Oh my God. So not only did she point out that Luann took Tom away from a girl, she says that Luann fucked him on the first night. Then you can hear like a record scratch. Why would she tell her business like that? Everybody's reaction. Cynthia's face says it all. Like, Luann was like, what did you just say? Like, it looked like she about to pop her right now. And Ramona has the nerve to say, I don't know what I said. So Ramona finally cops to it. You went to bed with him the first night. Luann is like, yeah, but that's my fucking business. Oh, Lord have mercy. Again, she stabs Luann, not even in the back. She stabbed Luann in the front. And then putting all her business out in front of these other women from other shows. She needs to call Ramona's business out now. I'm sure she knows a few of Ramona's skeletons. Luann looks like she wants to hit her, but instead she just shoves the note card in Ramona's swimsuit. Now everybody is jumping on Ramona right now. You have Ramona screaming at Luann, own it, own it. It is chaos. But let's not forget, Kenya started this. I'm sorry, with that messy question. This is just one question. The game just started. Teresa is pissed, and she's not even the one whose business got told to everybody. She's saying, Kyle, don't tell none of your business. Melissa, don't tell none of your business. She's going to tell everybody. Yeah, it looks like Teresa's done with Ramona in this instance. I mean, they were making such good progress in the last episode. So now you have the only person who doesn't really hate Ramona next to her, Kyle. And Kyle's trying to explain to her like how terrible it was that she just said. Kyle, you don't need to explain to Ramona about her awful behavior. She knows what she's doing. Kyle's just looking like, she cannot defend Ramona in this instant right now. So as Ramona's explaining her behavior to Kyle, Kenya yells, that is a crock of shit. And then Ramona's like, oh, fuck you, Kenya. Everybody's mouths drop. Kenya is checking her in this moment right now. She's threatening to throw her off the boat. So she's going off on Ramona. She's calling her out on insulting everybody on the trip. And then she tries to go down the line saying Teresa, which she did. Then she asks Cynthia, did Ramona insult her? And actually, she didn't insult Cynthia. Cynthia's like, well... And I think Kenya's kind of irritated that Cynthia don't have her back in this instant. So Ramona is unfazed by Kenya yelling at her right now. She even toasts at Kenya and hugs Kyle. Kenya, that even sets her off even more. She snatches the drink out of Ramona's hand. While I will say I'm enjoying Ramona getting read the fuck out of by Kenya, Kenya touched Ramona, and the same way how Kenya was talking about Portia not being able to keep her hands to herself, I think Kenya needs to acknowledge that. And I'm not defending Ramona because I want to see a drink thrown in Ramona's face. I want to see her pushed off the yacht. And to be fair, Ramona only said fuck you after Kenya said that's a crock of shit. I mean, she didn't call her a black bitch or a nappy-headed hoe. But Kenya is going off right now. I don't think she's used to her buttons being pushed how she pushes other people's buttons. So now it's getting a little awkward because once Kenya snatches that drink out of Ramona's hand, Ramona is clinging to Kyle for dear life. Dear life. Now she's scared. So now everybody is up on their feet now because they think Kenya's going to lay hands on Ramona. And now we see the ladies in her confessional saying, oh, this is the Kenya we've seen on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know what you think you heard about me, but everything is true, bitch. All right. Get into that ass, Kenya. I don't care if she right or wrong. Get into Ramona's ass. This is how she needed to be checked at that Black Shabbat, Ebony. Yeah, the ladies have had it. Ramona looks like she is scared. Okay, Kenya, now it's 1,000 on 100 right now. She's calling Ramona a peasant, and I'm an icon, bitch. I'm an icon. Icon? So now people are trying to diffuse the situation. Kyle is trying to calm Kenya down. Cynthia stands up now and trying to calm her friend down. Kenya is mad. She is 86 hot. So now Kyle's just trying to get Ramona to apologize and calm Kenya down. Ramona apologizes, but we know how much that's worth. So now Ramona is blaming on the alcohol. Alcohol. For her saying fuck you to Kenya. Whew, they are still going back and forth. Ramona's saying you have a thing for me. Kenya's like, I'm not from New York. I'm from the dirty South, bitch. I guess she's trying to turn up on Ramona right now. Ramona does not want it with Kenya. Let's just say that. But I think Ramona has met her match on talking to somebody any kind of way. And I think Kenya met her match on how she agitates people to get to that point where she is right now. Like I said, I think they're cut from the same cloth, just two different sides. One just a little bit more dirtier. Oh, Lord, and now Ramona's trying to cry and trying to be the victim. You start some shit, and now you crying. Oh, my God, I don't know what's going on. Kenya calls it out too. Now, Ramona, you can't be saying, why are they so mean to me? Bitch, please. Kenya now removes herself from the situation. She goes downstairs on the boat. She says in her confessional that Ramona got under her skin. And I know it's difficult to get under Ramona's skin, so yeah, she met her match on that. A bunch of the women come downstairs to check on Kenya. Cynthia's telling her, like, you can't kick her off the boat. And then Kenya's like, don't tell me what I can't do. Again, I may have walked away from her at that moment. Cynthia's a better friend than I am. Wait, and now why is she getting on Cynthia right now? She's like, she did disrespect you and you didn't say nothing. Cynthia's like, now why am I in it? Why am I in it? Now see, I didn't even do nothing. So now Cynthia and Kenya kind of getting into it now over the Ramona mess. So we see Cynthia telling the other ladies that she can't remember when Ramona insulted her, and then production actually reminds us, and I don't think they aired this part. But then we see Cynthia in a flashback telling the other ladies how they were talking and how Ramona was like, I'm speaking. And she's saying that Ramona kind of snapped at her. I'm not sure if that's the same as like actually insulting her, like, you know, how she did Kenya and Luann and Teresa. That's just like Ramona's behavior. So I'm actually with Cynthia on this. Ramona really didn't do anything to her or call her out her name. So now we see Kyle and Melissa trying to talk some sense into Ramona, and they're just saying, you can't say the whole fuck you thing. And she says that Kenya's been coming after her for 7 days. Like, what is she supposed to do? And then she says she's drunk, and excuse after excuse after excuse. They are just laughing at Ramona's behavior at this point. She's like, eggshells Kenya, eggshells Kenya. Like, all you can do is just laugh in this situation. It's ridiculous right now. So now we're with Kenya and the other ladies. Melissa's telling her that she just talked to Ramona and just letting her know that the fuck you is out of line. Kenya's like, she better not say anything to me. So Melissa's trying to call Kenya out a little bit for her behavior, saying that she was domineering. Oh, I'm so glad she didn't say aggressive. Oh, calling a black woman aggressive. I'm glad she used her words, domineering. You were rowdy. Now, Kenya, you did put your hands on Ramona, so she did have a reason to be frightened. Let's just be honest. We're back with Kyle. She's trying her best to get Ramona to apologize. Ramona's like, to who? She's like, to Luann for saying that she fucks him out on the first night and for telling Kenya, fuck you. Kyle looked like she's at her wit's end right now. If I was her, I would just go downstairs. Like, why haven't the ladies isolated Ramona at this point? So we're with the other 5 women and discussing Ramona's behavior. And Teresa is just shocked how Luann is just letting Ramona get away with this. Because I think if any of the ladies did that to Teresa, I mean, they would be on the floor. Cynthia's saying, look, after these 6-7 days, you don't have to see Ramona again. But she does. And then Luann is like, well, I'm just glad y'all got to see what I deal with on my show. Teresa is right, though. She's saying in her confessional that I don't get how Ramona just gets away with doing this. Like, she gets to do whatever she wants. Like I said in the previous video, Ramona would not survive on any other franchise. Maybe OC, but definitely not the other franchises. And I'm even taking the black franchises out the way. She would not survive on Beverly Hills or Jersey. So Ramona and Kyle join the other ladies, and Kenya has had it with Ramona. She just walks away. She's like, she better not talk to me. And it looks like, you know, Ramona is ready to apologize now that she's been coached by Kyle. So now she's gonna talk to Luann since she didn't walk away. Like, how many times can you take an apology from Ramona before just saying, you know what, enough is enough. Fuck you, I don't wanna hear your apology. Save it. But Ramona continues to apologize. She says, I wish I could be as sexually free as you. I would have just tossed her off the boat at that point. The way Luann's just looking at her like, here we go again. Ramona then tells Luann that maybe I'm just jealous of you. I'm jealous. Like, she says anything she can for Luann to just forgive her. So Luann didn't even let her finish talking. She just hugs her. I think Luann knows that when Ramona's off the show, she's off the show because they just create too much conflict between each other. So I thought it might be good temporarily between Luann, but Ramona then interrupts Luann and says, well, he was a train wreck for you. And once Ramona says that, Luann has had it and just storms off. Ramona will never change. I mean, of course that apology meant nothing. It meant less than nothing. So now Ramona's left with the other ladies and just letting her know you still didn't take accountability for being a terrible friend. You just kept making excuses. To Ramona, this is going into one ear and out the other. I bet all these other ladies are just glad that she is not on their franchises. So after all this drama, the ladies try to continue to have some fun while they still have more time on the yacht. So now the ladies are getting off the boat for a second to go relax on the island nearby. As they're getting on the boat, you have everybody except for Ramona on one boat, and then Ramona's on one boat by herself with the crew. Oh, so this is the episode where we see the behind the scenes of that TikTok video that I think kind of went viral with all the different housewives they doing this and this. Ooh, child, the lack of rhythm. I bet it took them about an hour just to make this little 10-second TikTok. That's why I'm fool with TikTok. It's just too much. I put all that effort into like a 5 to 10 second video. No, thank you. So the yacht day is finally over with. The ladies are all headed back to the house. And it's going to be Teresa's night, and she's going to be cooking some home-style Italian food. I mean, cooking is what Teresa's known for. I think it's what her 6 books are about, since, she's a New York Times best-selling author. I'm surprised she didn't say it in this episode. So they get back to the house. Teresa wastes no time. She gets to the kitchen. I mean, I do like seeing this side of Teresa, and it looks like she don't play when it comes to the kitchen. Like, this is what she does. This is what she's actually good at. And here come Ramona coming downstairs. She looks like she's still drunk. And now she looks like she's bothering Teresa. She's looking at her prep the chicken parm, which looks really good, by the way. And here we go with Ramona again. Can I have some? Can I just eat now? A 66-year-old spoiled fucking brat. Production is playing too much right now in this scene. Playing that bomb chicka bow wow music as Ramona's eating. Fast forward, like she's getting on my nerves and I'm not even there. So then Michael, the concierge guy, tells Ramona that you have hair and makeup waiting for you right now. And she's like, oh, it's like 7:30. You're supposed to be here at 6, so I don't think I need it done. Ramona's hair looks a fucking fool. And they're all just looking at her right now like she's crazy. Teresa's telling you might as well do it because they're going to charge you anyway. And now Ramona's like, they're not going to charge me. They're supposed to get here at 6. I forgot about this little dramatic situation with her makeup artist. Oh my God. She then tells Mike, I don't need to get my hair done. And then she's like, what do you think? Her hair is all over her head. Even he can't lie to her. I think they're just trying to get rid of her presence because she's annoying as fuck. Wow, I gotta admit, this food Teresa's making, it looks really good. I'm surprised she hasn't opened her own restaurant. So now we see the glam team coming up to Ramona's room, I'm guessing for payment. And now Ramona's trying to tell them, why didn't you come here earlier? The makeup girl says, I text you. And we know how Ramona treats the staff or anyone that's providing her a service. She treats them like shit. So now Ramona's trying to find her phone right now and has this poor girl waiting on payment. Ooh, this woman. I don't even love to hate her. I hate her. So now she's just chilling downstairs about to pour herself another glass of wine while the lady is still waiting for her. She knows exactly what she's doing right now. So now it looks like all the ladies are dressed. They're coming down for dinner. Cynthia's pissed because Ramona's antics was cutting into her glam time. And I'm guessing they only had an allotted time, so she only had so many minutes to get ready. So she had to start doing her own face before she got the makeup artist. And y'all know when Cynthia's pissed, she's gonna let everybody know she's pissed in the most passive-aggressive way. So Teresa stands up and proposes a toast to the other ladies and says something nice about everybody around the table, even Ramona. And then she gets to Luann and says, like nice things about her. And then she says, oh, I just hope I can give you just some of a backbone. And I'm thinking she meant it as a little joke, but Luann does not take it the right way. And I think Teresa said that because she sees a dynamic between Luann and Ramona and just saying how she needs to put Ramona in her place. And Teresa's just trying to reassure her now that I have your back, girl. Uh-oh. So now Cynthia makes an apology to Teresa at the table for being late. And she's saying it was because of the glam situation. And then she calls Ramona out at the table. Well, Ramona's trying to stick to the story that her glam was late and that had nothing to do with her. And Cynthia's like, well, she told me that she was caught up in your room waiting for payment. So now Cynthia is finally getting a taste of this Ramona that everybody has been dealing with firsthand. So now we see Colin King on the end of the table talking amongst themselves. And Kyle thinks that it's something more with Cynthia being bothered. Like, she can't just be agitated with Ramona being late. I don't know, Kyle. I think all the ladies at the table would be annoyed if their glam is being held up, especially by Ramona. Oh my goodness. And now Luann, she said, I'm just still trying to process pushover and backbone. Teresa looks so confused, like she has the most vacant look on her face. Luann prefaces to Teresa, I love you, but I still can't get pushover out of my head. And we've seen this Luann before. When something bothers her, ooh, she will not let it go. Oof, I'm getting a little uncomfortable now because, I mean, she poking the bear now. That's still Teresa. She will go off on you. I'm kind of afraid for Luann right now, but Teresa says, I was just sticking up for you. I'm sorry. And Luann's saying, like, yeah, I know, but you don't know me well enough to call me a pushover. I would have been done with Luann right then and there. Teresa looks a little blindsided, and she looks like she's just trying to calm the situation down. This is a new Teresa that I'm seeing right now. Damn, so it looks like she was cool with Luann at first, and now, I mean, that's done. She's probably like, fuck these New York bitches. I actually agree with Teresa in her confession. She's saying that Luann's anger is clearly misguided and she's taking it out on her instead of Ramona. So Kyle's now trying to diffuse the whole situation amongst the table and say, listen, we can't just blame all of our problems on Ramona and Luann. Why the fuck we can't? Like, Ramona's been the one who's been antagonizing everybody on the trip. Kyle, I need you to sit down and eat your food. Remember when Garcelle got on you? Sit down and eat your food. So then this makes Ramona says, yeah, can we stop talking about me? Are you guys so boring? It's all you can talk about is me? Ooh, Kenya's face. Kenya has had enough of this white bitch. And she gets up from the table. And Teresa, ooh, it looks like she's counting the 10 in her head right now. So now Kyle gets up to go check on Kenya because she knows that she does not have the patience for Ramona's bullshit. So Kenya is telling Kyle that she just had to get up from the table because of Ramona. She wanted to apologize for the whole table for getting out of character and letting Ramona take her to that place. And then Kenya says on her show, she doesn't really lose her cool. That's because you're the one antagonizing everybody on your show. Lord have mercy, and we are back at the table and Ramona is still talking about that glam situation. Okay, so now it's getting heated. She's dismissing Cynthia and what she has to say. She's gaslighting her into saying that she brought it up 10,000 times and Cynthia didn't. We see Cynthia trying to keep her cool. Typical Ramona, when she's being called out, now she's standing up, getting angry, like shouting. So now Ramona leaves the table. Lord, here she go talking to the camera crew, talking about paying her bills and her credit score. Bitch, shut up. This is one chaotic episode compared to the last one where it was so light and fun. So Kenya and Kyle get back to the table. Kenya apologizes to Teresa for leaving. So now the topic of conversation is Ramona because of her shitty ass behavior yet again. They really should have just iced her out from episode 1. So now we're going back and forth, and Ramona is clearly delusional and unhinged in a way I haven't seen in a while. And she's talking to herself, and she looks crazy. We're then back at the table, and Kenya's apologizing to all the ladies for her earlier behavior brought out by Ramona. Ooh, Kenya is reading the fuck out of Ramona at the table. Ramona isn't at the table, but she is going off on her. The ladies are cracking up. Like, Kenya is giving a soliloquy read on Ramona right now. This is an Alexander Rogers read right now. So now these ladies are like, is that a read? These white ladies really have not heard of the term read before. It's so funny. And now we're back with Ramona, and she's terrorizing the staff. We see Ramona asking this man, do you like to be attacked? This man, the camera zooms in on him and he's just like, he just wants to be left alone. And that is where the episode ends. We don't even have a Housewives After Dark. Like, this episode was so chaotic, it wasn't even needed. You know how many fights we've had? I mean, there was Kenya versus Ramona, Ramona versus Luann, Cynthia versus Ramona, and Luann versus Teresa, all in the same episode. Ramona is really a despicable human being, and if you don't watch Roni, you know this now by seeing episode 1 through 5. Like, Jesus, this woman is irredeemable. She does not need to be on Bravo anymore. I hope this is her last time on camera on a Bravo production. I really do. I think she needs to retire from reality TV. But yes, one more thing about this episode, that read Kenya. Like, y'all know I don't care for Kenya, but Kenya, you did that. You read Ramona into the motherfucking ground. Kenya just had me like, oh. This was a really good episode. This was one of my favorite ones, next to like, I think the first or second episode, those are my favorite. But yeah, we only have 2 more episodes left, y'all. I'm gonna try to get 6 out later in the week. Like I said, I'll be in LA, so I might not be able to get to it till I come back. But with that, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments. I would love to hear y'all thoughts. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.